Someone was inquiring what Steve meant by organization culture.
Steve, if are you still on call?
Fortunately, I still am. So when you refer to the organizational culture, you're looking into the norms, the practices, and the ways of working in an organization. An organizational culture could be the reporting time, for example. An organizational culture is flexible working patterns where staff are allowed to also work from home. An organizational culture could be, how their bonus structures have been set out. When you do this, you get this. It's all those norms and practices which define how people work in organizations. That is what organizational culture means. I hope that clarifies.
Collins, is it okay with you? Okay, now maybe you can talk a little bit about what a CV should entail, or what the employers always check on your CV about.
Okay, good question. Good question. So your CV. So let me just give you an example. If you are looking to work with any multinational, if you're looking to work with any audit firm, the number one requirement would be that you need to be a university graduate. And these days, they don't even limit the type of degree which you have. And that means that they receive a lot of CVs on a daily basis. So the first thing which they sift through is, do you have a degree? Obviously, no right thinking citizen is going to apply for a job if they don't have a degree. Now, you'll find, I was speaking with the HR director of KPMG recently. She was telling me in the recent, or PwC, sorry, in the recent recruitment which they closed, they received 4,800 CVs. Now, obviously, they cannot invite 4,000 people to the interview. So right now, they have adopted what they call technology in doing shortlisting. So technology will look for the keywords, and the keywords, if you ask me, are professional qualifications. Professional qualifications are an added advantage because everyone really would have a degree. So if you have a professional qualification, definitely you are cutting your edge to your CV being seen by a HR manager. We're not talking about the computer. The computer will pick what we call keywords. So if it has a degree, take. If it has a professional qualification, take. If it has membership to, clubs, associations, take. So they put certain keywords so that the computer can sift through. So at the end of the day, they remain with about 1,000 CVs. And those 1,000 CVs is now what they start looking into. The structure, the tone, and what you have done. So the first thing which you want to do as a student who is in the university today, look out to start doing a professional qualification. They say it's an added advantage, but it is the advantage. That's the truth. Look out for short courses, which you can equally do. There are a lot of short courses. You can do something in data analytics. You can do something in coding. You can do something in, Excel sheet optimization. There's quite a bit which you can do. Those ones give you an advantage because if I have two candidates, one has a Bachelor of Commerce, pure mathematics from University of Nairobi. Another one has Bachelor of Science, pure mathematics, University of Nairobi, and ACCA. Who am I going to go for? Obviously, someone who has done something over and above that. If someone has done ACCA, has also went ahead to do a course by IBM or Cisco or something else, it shows me that this is someone who is agile. This is someone who wants to learn. I will shortlist that one immediately. But if all your CV has is just a bare, it looks very bare. Went to primary school, went to high school, went to university, full stop, has not done anything with their lives. Sorry, but I don't think I would give I would not give a hoot about how that CV looks like. Yeah, and then there are a couple of mistakes which students make even while putting together their CVs. You find the first thing they do is writing up their curriculum vitae. I already know it's a CV, so why do I need you to write it again? CV up there. So you have to format it right, and you have to have it in the right structure. So begins with a header, which is your name and contact. Then you go to the objective, you go to education, you go to practical experience, and and projects which you have done. Then you go ahead and now indicate the skills which you have. And then you can now talk about your interests. Don't make your CV too long. My CV, I've been working for the last, since 2012. Today is 2020, for 8 years now. I've been working for 8 years. My CV is only 2 pages. Why do you need to have your 4-page CV and you have not done anything with your life, which we can talk about on TV? So make it precise, make it concise. But if you get anything, if you don't get anything from what I said today, the experiences you have in the university, the courses you do in the university besides your degree, are the things which are going to set you apart. If all you do in the university is a degree, my friend, there's a problem. There is a problem. How many people have, on average graduate in the universities today? Think about the number. Yeah. So you have to, at this stage, start thinking about how you are going to put together a proper CV. I'm going to, let me just want to violate my mentee's privacy for a minute and share with you her CV. That way you can have an idea who you are competing with in the job market. Yeah. So updated curriculum, try opening in a minute. You look at it and you say, wow, is this a student? Yeah. So let me share with you what that looks like. Okay. All right. So if you can see my screen now, I am sharing my mentee's, CV. Look at how concise it looks. Look at how presentable it is. Look at how easy it is to read. Objective education experience. Yeah. And look at this is a student in the university. How many? She's had 4 different roles. Yeah. Look at the skills she's indicated. Look at the certificates she's done. Yeah, she's done CPA, she's done HTML, she's done information and computer technology, she's done problem solving and decision making program, she's done artificial intelligence by IBM, quantum computing, all of this. So you tell me, if you are a recruiter, would you not take such a candidate? Yeah, so you need to put more emphasis on how you package yourself. It's all packaging. And you have the right chance right now in the university to do just that. So focus on the courses which you can, amplify your degree with, and focus on what you can do as an individual to earn a lot of experiences. And I tell you, when you're in the university, by the time I was getting out there, I had 3 years of experience. I graduated in 2014 because I gave myself the chance to experience a bit more. Yeah, I wasn't just sitting in the university and going to the mess and watching movies. No, those we did, but we also tried to better ourselves. So think about that. I hope that is helpful. Martin, there's a question for you around expound on the 36 months of working experience. Am I still on call? Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So as Martin is preparing to answer that, someone is asking a cover letter. A cover letter is the letter you write to introduce yourself and your CV. It is a letter you are writing to the HR manager, telling the HR manager about you. All right? And in that cover letter, you should include some of the key highlights from your CV so that they can have the chance to look at your CV. Then eventually they can invite you for an interview. I hope that helps. So I'll end it there unless there is any other question. Martin, are you still with us?
Hi, Steve. Yes, I'm still.
Someone is asking about the 36 months of working experience.
Okay. Sorry, I'm in the middle of setting up something on the site.
I can answer that.
Okay, if I request you to respond to that as well.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. So 36 months of working experience. So before you become a member of ACCA, remember when you become a member, you become what we call a recognized professional. We can give you our emblem and say you are an ACCA. Having that ACCA is crucial. And so before we can attest that you are a professional, we need you to have working experience. And this you get through internships, job placements, and normal job experiences which you have. So until you do the 36 months of working experience, you can still not become a member. You can still be a student. You can still be a student of ACCA, finish your coursework, but we require you after finishing your coursework to have the relevant experience to be an ACCA member. I hope that helps. Someone is asking me to share the format of a CV. Now, the format of a cover letter. A cover letter is just a normal letter. Let me see if I have anything here. Give me a second. I hope I can get something. Yeah, I think I can get for you a template here, which I can share. So I want to share with you a sample of a cover letter. Yeah. So what you have on your screen right now is a sample of a cover letter. So obviously the initial addresses is yours, then you speak about the date, then you address it to a particular person. Then you say what you're applying for. So it's just saying, I wish to apply for this job. This is about me. You know, just write about yourself, and then you indicate the things which give you why you feel you're the best candidate. It's just a small letter to indicate interest in an organization. So I don't want to delve too much into it. It's just a normal letter, but that which expresses an interest to work with an organization and why. Someone is asking, what is the difference between ACCA and what is the difference between having an ACCA qualification, having a title FCCA? So when you become a member of ACCA, obviously you become an ACCA, so you can use the title Steve Obwogo ACCA at the end of your name. The same way people, if you get a doctorate degree, we refer to you as Dr. Brian Chemageri. So as well, when you get ACCA, we call you David Kenyambi ACCA. Yeah, it's a mark of quality. And then FCCA is a title we give you after 5 years. If you are a member in good standing for 5 years, we stop calling you ACCA. We call you an FCCA. You're now a fellow chartered certified accountant. Yeah. What's the difference between ACCA and CPA? That is not a question which I think is very objective for me to answer, because I will always tell you ACCA is the best thing that can ever happen to you. But I have had the chance of understanding both qualifications. I've worked with CASNEB before, before I joined ACCA. So the biggest, they are both professional qualifications. Yeah. One is a local qualification, obviously. ACCA is a global qualification. That's the main difference. But a very significant difference, if you ask me, is in the rigor of the exams. I tell you that because I've done CASNEB exams before, and I have also done ACCA exams. So the rigor of the exams are different in the sense that ACCA adopts an exam technology which is a bit different, and now has evolved to computer-based exams. All the ACCA exams are computer-based exams. That allows us to test more than just basic accountancy skills, but also embedding a bit of technology in setting our exams. Besides that, we've also embedded professional skills in our qualification, which allows the students to get data analytics and other professional skills like commercial acumen, presentation skills within the qualification. So you are quote unquote more packaged in terms of what you get out of it. But again, all of those are perceptions. If you ask me, what I would ask you to do is to, if you want to do a professional qualification, find the time and look through the information. Yeah, a lot of people these days are lazy. They just want to be, they want us to regurgitate for them everything. You know, tell you this, that. I can lie to you. So what I ask you to do is, if you can, I can make arrangements for you to speak with some of the ACCA members in your networks. You can speak with people who have done CPA qualification, but that will not help you. What will help you is, what do you want with your career, which is very important. Before you do any program, just ask yourself, what do you want with your career? But a lot of people don't ask that question. A lot of people just, you know, going through life like a conveyor belt. The conveyor belt takes you from primary school to secondary school, from secondary school to university, then throws you into life. Before it does that to you, where you'll be broke, busted, and disgusted, please have 100% responsibility for where you want your career to go. You know, sit down and ask yourself, what do I want with the course I'm doing today? Which organizations do I want to work with? What do those organizations look for? What kind of people work there? Now we are talking. Yesterday, I was speaking with one of my mentees who teaches in an international school. She did education. And from second year, she was very clear about the fact that I don't want to be a TSC teacher and earn 40,000 shillings. So what did she do? She, from the very word go, said, I am going to work in an international school. She started applying from third year, first semester. Today, works with international schools, earns over 120,000 shillings. But it's a question of foresight, you know, thinking, taking your career and sitting down with it and having a meeting with yourself, saying, you know what, this is the general direction which I want my career to go. And you need to do that for yourself. And what's the difference between having ACCA qualification, having the title ACCA? I think I've asked that. Is that cover letter? No, my friend, don't handwrite anything. We are in a computer era. Who is this? Brian, how dare you think of handwriting a cover letter? Someone is asking, what's the procedure of being a member of ACCA? Martin shared out with you some contacts for you to call. There's a lot of information which you need to know before just thinking about being ACCA. And I'm going to read his contact here so that you can get to reach him if you need to speak with him. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. So take a pen and paper and write this number down. 0793. Let me just type it here so that we all get it. 0793 302 105. Okay, I've shared Martin's contact. Yeah, for you to be a student, not a member, must you be registered? Yes, before you get to the member, you have to be a registered student, do the exams, do the ethics module, get the experience, and become a member. So you don't need to have done masters from University of London to earn the FCCA. No, the masters from the University of London is just an added advantage of doing ACCA. Within the qualification, you can earn multiple qualifications. And we have partnerships with a lot of universities, a lot of institutions, which you can actually, to be honest with you, you can get up to 10 qualifications by just doing ACCA. That is how interesting it is. You can get a bachelor's degree within ACCA. You can get a master's degree from University of London. You can get another master's degree from University of Edinburgh. You can also get another master's degree from Oxford Brookes University. You can become a member of the Chartered Institute of Securities and Investment. You can become a Chartered Institute of member of the Chartered Institute of Auditor. So there are a couple of qualifications. That just shows you the sort of rigor which we have for these organizations to think of giving our members direct exemptions. Yeah, so I think that should bring us to an end of this. Unless there is another question, I am happy to disappear now. Any other question? I've been attending online ACCA classes from University of Northampton. However, I attended an introduction to accounting and finance statements from Harvard Kennedy Business School and ended up confused. Must there be a difference between two American? Yeah, the American English is different from the British English, my friend. But the most important thing is the content, which you should be guided with all the materials which we have. So right now, ACCA has, I think it's only easier if I just projected something. Let me see if I can project this. It is easy to demonstrate than to speak into what I want to share. Okay, so let me go back here, and then enter window. Cancel, present the entire screen. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to share with you, if you can see my screen right now, is the website. If you check out the resources we have on the students, there is tuition and study options. Then there is study support resources. So if you're thinking about studying, there is a lot of materials which you have here, depending on what level, and they are paper specific, depending on which paper you choose. And you know, before you decide to go with any tuition provider, the most important thing is you need to look at the content. So there is the content here, is how to study. There is examining team guidance, so syllabus and study guide, and everything else here, questions, question practice, technical articles, all of this. So for you who has been studying, my advice would be, please use the material which guided by the website, the study guide. The study guide has all the materials in terms of they've been clustered in terms of what you need at every stage, so that you do not study what's out of scope. Yeah, but I think there are equally local institutions here which you can study with. ACA University, USIU, Strathmore, Excel. There are a couple of other colleges offering even online programs which you can take advantage of. Okay. Thanks. So back to you, James. Was it James or who was in charge of this?